Hello, my name is Chris and you're watching Vscents. Today we're going to review the brand of Celine Paris. So this is their haute couture perfumery. This is what the box looks like when you order from them. It's obviously shipped in a different box, and then this box comes within that box. You also get your handy dandy receipt and a little letter in here that says, thank you for shopping on Celine's website. Just so you do know, the experience at shopping at Celine's website was not the best. Their entire way of checking out, and I tried to use, because when I purchase fragrances, I typically will purchase them through Klarna, and for some reason Celine does not accept Klarna. So typically what you can do is create a temporary card and then purchase it, but they don't accept that kind of thing. So very disappointed there. They're a little weird, but their customer service was very, very kind and very generous. We've got our fragrance box here, and then they also send you a sample of another fragrance, and then they send you the sample of the fragrance that you have purchased. Celine's return policy is very adamant when it says on their website that they will not give any refunds or exchanges on a fragrance that has been broken unless there's like a damage. So of course, if you get a broken bottle or anything like that happens, they'll make an exception for something like that. So they did send us two samples, one of the fragrance that we are reviewing today, which is Eau De Californie. So Eau De California, and then the other fragrance that they sent us is Black Tie. So that's pretty nice. You know, they do give you some samples there for you to try some new ones. That's obviously very generous because a lot of other brands don't do that. So this is what the box looks like. It is very simple. Celine Paris at the front. We have some information at the bottom, a barcode, some batch numbers, where it was made. It looks like this fragrance is actually made in France. You have the Celine logo at the top, so if you can kind of see that. Very nice. It's a little sticker actually. And then there is nothing on the sides, nothing on the back. Fairly simple. So I'm gonna open this from the bottom. Why, you may be asking? Because this little sticker up here will get completely plastered and ruined if I open it from the top. It's gonna make me rip it. I had to rip it, so. Oh, so there is a little section here that you have to pull, I'm assuming. It's actually, no, you don't have to pull it. This is so weird. So that was very strange to figure out, but this is what we've got inside. Here is the pretty bottle. These bottles are absolutely gorgeous. They're very simplistic. They're very nice. Look at that color in there. It's just, it's so yummy. You do get a logo at the top. You get some information at the bottom once again. You get your name on the front, which is Eau De Californie or Eau De California, however you want to pronounce it. It is a French pronunciation. I'm not pronouncing Californian correctly, just so you know. So you get this when you take off the top. It does have a nice little logo as well, the Celine logo as a sprayer. And you also get it on the inside of the cap. So very nice. Just so people do know, this is not the Chanel logo. They are not copying Chanel. It's very different. The Chanel's CC's interlock with each other. These are separate and they're held together by some object of some sort. These fragrances currently are $280 US, and that is for a 3.4 ounce US bottle or 100 mils, which is the size that we have on today's video. They also do make a larger one, which is 200 mils, 6.8 ounce US ounces, and that one's almost double the price. So it's almost like $400. I'll put it down below here what the price is on the fragrance itself, but very nice packaging. Let's take a look at this. By the way, I have some perfume on because I went to Sephora and I've smelled some fragrances. I actually smelled the new replica fragrances in Maison Martin Margiela, and I have no idea what you guys see in those fragrances. They're very expensive. Very, very expensive. It's very nice. It has a very nice, like, smoky type of woodsy vibe to it. It's very reminiscent because the fragrance is actually inspired off of California. If you look at the commercial, they actually filmed the commercial in Joshua Tree, which I have been to Joshua Tree. It's a very nice place in California. It's very relaxing. It's very soothing and, you know, like healing to the soul itself. But it has that, you know, kind of era to it, that very like Western type of cowboy type of vibe to it. Very nice, very clean. There's a little bit of cumin in here as well. Although it's not listed in the description itself, it does have a little bit of a cumin vibe to it. What I mean by that It's kind of like Declaración by Cartier, that fragrance that's very iconic for the house. It has that like little nuance that is there of cumin. It's not the star of the show, but it's certainly there. It's certainly present in this fragrance. Just so you do know, the actual notes on this fragrance are going to be bergamot, as well as orris butter, patchouli, palo santo, and tree moss. So like I said, it's a very green fragrance. It's a very deepy type of woodsy fragrance, but it's done very modernly. And if I can say anything after smelling black tie, and this one, is a lot of the notes repeat themselves within this line, but they're very different. There's subtle changes, but they're different in the Celine family. And the nice thing, like I said, is that it is very modern. So although you're getting a fragrance that has traditional notes in it, it does do it very cleanly, very refined, very modern, very 21st century, you know, the opulence of simplicity. So it's very opulent, it's very over the top, being in a very simplistic format, if that makes any sense. So like the new version of luxury, understated elegance, a type of vibe in this fragrance itself. It's very nice. I do quite like this fragrance. It is quite expensive for what you're getting. It's not anything that's groundbreaking, but it is one of those fragrances that I can certainly say it would be something that someone can wear as a signature scent. It is one of those that I could see someone loving and making it their absolute own. And it's just something that's, like I said, very understated, very simplistic, very unisex, very also versatile to wear it, you know, to the office, to wear it to the club, to wear it to dinner, and you just have one banging fragrance for absolutely everything. I did get a sample of black tie. Black tie is not too different to this one. Now, the only difference with black tie, I would say, is that it has a lot more sweetness and powderiness to it. But Eau de Californie, like I said, is a really great scent. It's very important to me to have gotten this one first to start off the collection with Celine, because this fragrance just has so many little elements and nuances that are special to me. For example, I love, you know, Joshua Tree. I got to go there with my partner. It has a lot of special memories. And, you know, just seeing their commercial filming that area of California, which is so understated and so not loved, is just very nice. And it does get captured in this fragrance very well. That Western vibe, old America, the desert, the new world meeting it, you know, so it runs into Los Angeles. Just a bunch of little beautiful things that this fragrance does represent to me. And I wish I would have been able to discover it while I was there, and maybe it would have even more meaning to me, but it's a really nice fragrance, and I can certainly see wearing this on a daily basis. Check this fragrance house out. They are a little bit harder to find because Celine is obviously a big fashion house, but it's not as big as Dior, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, those type of fragrances. But it is an understated fragrance, and I would certainly say to check this one out. Make sure to leave me a comment down below if you get to smell this one. If you've smelled any of the Celine Haute Couture Parfumière collection, let me know what your thoughts are. Have you gotten to try it? Which ones are you wanting to try? Make sure to leave that all down below in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe, like the button, also share if you like this and you want to share it with your friends. Boo boo. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you on next time's video. Bye.